Warm welcome, children. Today we are going to learn a new chapter from a grammar chess textbook, Degrees of Comparison. In the previous class we learned about adjectives, right? Adjectives are describing words, they tell you more about a noun. And now we are going to deal in degrees of comparison. So let us see what it is. Now just take a look at the sentence on the board. The first sentence what I wrote, Ajay is tall. Okay, so here we are talking about a boy called Ajay and we are saying that Ajay is tall. Look at the second one, Vijay is taller than Ajay. Now here we are talking about two boys, right? And we are saying that the boy Vijay is taller than Ajay. And now the third sentence, we are including another boy also in the conversation and we are saying Rajesh is the tallest of the three. Okay. So in the first sentence, Ajay, we are just talking about Ajay. In the second sentence, we are talking about two boys, Vijay and Ajay. And the third sentence, we are saying that among the three, Rajesh is the tallest. Okay, so when you are dealing with adjectives, adjectives can also show comparison. We are comparing two boys over here and we are saying Vijay is taller than Ajay, right? So adjectives can show comparison between two or more people, animals or things. So in the first sentence we have no comparison. The second sentence we are comparing two boys, right? So when comparison is made between two boys, we say that that particular sentence is in the comparative degree of comparison. Okay? And the third one, when Rajesh is compared to all the other boys, that is, this sentence is said to be in the superlative degree of comparison. That is, comparison made between more than two animals, persons or things. The first sentence anyway has no comparison whatsoever, so it is in the positive degree of comparison. I will tell you in detail, okay? See, adjectives have 3 degrees of comparison. The very first one, positive degree of comparison. The second one, comparative degree of comparison. And the third one, superlative degree of comparison. Now the first one is when there is no comparison to be made. So the sentence is in the positive degree. Now the second one, comparative degree, when we have to compare between two persons, animals or things. The sentence would be in the comparative degree. And the third one, superlative, when we have to compare between more than two persons, people, animals or things. That sentence would be in the superlative degree of comparison. See here, positive degree is used when no comparison is made. And look at the example, Veena is young. So we are only talking about Veena, we are saying Veena is young. So this sentence is in the positive degree because we are talking only about one person. And comparative degree, when is comparative degree used? It is used when we compare two persons or things. Okay, look at this sentence, Juhi is younger than Veena. So here we are comparing Juhi and Veena. We are comparing two people and we are saying Juhi is younger than Veena. So this sentence is in the comparative degree of comparison. Same way, superlative degrees is used when we compare more than two persons, animals or things. And look at the sentence, Neeta is the youngest of all sisters. So we are comparing all the sisters and we are saying Neeta is the youngest. Okay, so this sentence is in the superlative degree of comparison. Okay, and children, in your textbook on page 44 and 45, you have all the examples given there. I want you to go through it and understand. Okay, now let us see how, let us see the formation of comparative and superlative degrees of comparison. Now how do you change from positive degree to comparative or superlative degree? The first one, by adding ER and EST to the adjectives in positive degree. Okay, the word er and est is added to that positive word and it becomes, see, the word tall, when you want to change it into comparative, you add er, it becomes comparative, and then when you add est, that becomes superlative. Okay, so adding er and est is one way of changing positive into comparative and superlative degrees. Now let us see the next way. By changing y into IER and IEST. When exactly? When we have adjectives that ends with a consonant sound plus a y in the spelling of the word. So here, heavy, we consonant, so y is there. We write IER to convert the positive word into comparative. And then when we want to convert that into superlative, we add IEST. So the word heavy is in positive, the word heavier comparative, and the word heaviest is superlative. Okay? Now let us see any other way, that is the third method, by doubling the last consonant and adding er and est when the word ends in a single consonant. Like over here, big, G is a consonant. So that word, when we convert it into comparative, er is added, but we double the spelling, so bigger. Then same thing here, biggest, superlative, est is added. Okay, so by doubling the last consonant by adding er and est. Then another way is by adding more and most. Let us see how. So the word boring, how do you change that into comparative and superlative? When we say more boring, it becomes comparative. Okay, when we are comparing between two, it becomes more boring. And that more, when we write most boring, that means we are comparing between more than two. Okay, so boring is a positive degree, more boring is a comparative degree, and most boring is the superlative degree. Okay, so by adding more and most. And then adjectives that change completely by adding a new word. We use completely a new word and to become comparative and superlative. So the word good is a positive word, positive degree. That when we change it into comparative, we write better, not any other word, we use better. And then best is a superlative form of that word. So good becomes better and best is a superlative. Alright. Okay. And now we have certain exercises here. That is on page 46, exercise A, write the comparative and superlative degree of the following adjectives. All the words are given there. As I told you, you have to go through page number 44 and 45. So let us see. The first word given here is tall. How do you change it into comparative? Yes, by adding er, so taller, and est, the superlative word. The second word given there is wide. What do we write? We write into comparative, we write er, and then the superlative, wide, wider, widest. Bright, brighter, brightest. So similarly, you are going to write all the other words. And then we have the next exercise here. Use as and make sentences using the following hints. Okay, so what is this? So while using positive degree of comparison. Okay, the word given in the question in the sentence is the boy, naughty, and a monkey is given here. So we write the boy is as naughty as a monkey. Now this sentence is in the positive degree because we don't compare him with another person, but how he appears to be or how his behavior is mentioned here. Okay, so the boy is as naughty as a monkey. Now second one, Sachin bright, his father. So we write Sachin is as bright as his father. Similarly, Jyoti busy, a bee is given. We write Jyoti is as busy as a bee. So you are going to write all the others, children. Be careful and you need to write it down. Okay, now the next exercise, that is Using the following hints, you need to write sentences in the comparative degree. Okay, and first one given there is Suhana, intelligent, and Tia. Okay, let us see. So two girls are given here. So you write Suhana is more intelligent than Tia, because intelligent word is given there. It's in the positive degree. When we compare it, when we convert it into comparative degree, we write more intelligent. So Suhana is more intelligent than Tia. Okay. So two people or two persons are involved here. Now Tanu, Pretty, Swati is the next one, second one. What do we write there? Yes, we write Tanu is prettier than Swati. Though beauty should not be compared, the sentence is such, so we write Tanu is prettier than Swati. Okay, the third one, air journey, comfortable, train journey. So how do we write that? We will write air journey is more comfortable than train journey. Similarly, the other ones you are expected to write it. So we are going to the next exercise, which is on page 47. Use the following hints and write the sentence in superlative degree. Okay, and the first sentence given there is blue whale, large animal on earth. Now blue whale is compared to all the other animals on earth, more than one, obviously. So what do we write there? We write blue whale is the largest animal on earth, and that sentence is in the superlative degree of comparison. And now the second sentence in your textbook, Mount Everest, highest peak in the world. We write, how do we write that? Yes. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world as compared to all the other mountain peaks. So the sentence is in the superlative degree, and we write there Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world. Okay. Similarly, the other ones you are expected to write it. Then children, we have exercise E, which you are going to do, and then exercise F, that is fill in the blanks with the correct degree of adjectives given in the bracket. So adjectives are given in the bracket. You have to write the correct degree of adjective. Let us see the first one. Neelam is the dash singer in the school. So Neelam is compared to all the other singers. So this is supposed to be in the superlative, and the word in the bracket is good. Good is a positive degree, and when we compare it into superlative, what do we write there? We write there Neelam is the best singer in the school. Now second one, a giraffe is dash than an elephant, and the word tall is given in the bracket. So we write there, you are going to compare an elephant and a giraffe and an elephant. Two animals are being compared, and so it is in the comparative degree. That sentence should be in the comparative degree, and so we write a giraffe is taller than an elephant. Okay. I hope you got that. Now third one, today it is dash than it was yesterday. And the word cold is given in the bracket. So yes, you are comparing today and yesterday. And so what do we write there? Today it is colder than it was yesterday. Similarly, the other sentences also you are expected to write it as your homework. Do all the exercises, and I hope you have understood, children, what are degrees of comparison. There are 3 degrees of comparison. Adjectives are used to compare, and the 3 degrees of comparison are positive degree of comparison, comparative degree of comparison, and superlative degree of comparison. Positive degree of comparison is when we do not have to compare any animal, person or thing. That particular sentence is said to be in positive degree when no comparison is made. Then comparative degree of comparison. A comparison is made between 2 persons, animals or things. It is, the sentence would be in the comparative degree of comparison. And the third one, superlative, is when comparison is made between or more than 2 animals, persons or things. Okay, so these are the 3 degrees of comparisons which comes under adjectives. Adjectives can be used for comparing. So that was what our chapter was about. I hope you understood this, and please do the textual exercises also, children. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.